Hey guys, it's your boy Malik on Fleek 3.0. We're back at it with Madden 19 Fantasy Draft. We're rocking with the London Black Knights. We're 11-1 facing the Washington Redskins.
I swear my life is amazing. I don't need to be hating, but that's what made me feel like in a real life. Sugar no sauce in a good life. You shine, I shine, and ain't nobody gonna take my home. I just want. Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Monday Night Football on EA Sports. Coming up, we've got a good one on tap between the London Black Knights and the Washington Redskins. I'll be back at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from Sunday's action. But for now, it's Monday Night Football. And to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
And, Coach, we find ourselves due east from our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the London Black Knights and the Washington Redskins. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. Charles, we look at this Redskin team as they interplay here. They come into this one off a bit of a clunker last time out, a loss that ended their 5-game winning streak. Meanwhile, for the visiting Londoners, they've been flawless these last couple months, winners of 9 in a row.
And that's the kind of streak you don't see too often in today's NFL since there's so much parity. So the way they've played has been truly remarkable.
Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
All right, let's get this started.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
So he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
To throw is Rodgers. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll make it second down.
I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game. And you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Come on, AB!
Intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde.
Never mind.
A big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Now on second down, this is Gurley.
He better not be gone.
17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. On first down, it's Gurley.
Come on, guys.
Nice
Stop
there,
Gurley.
first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Now a handoff for Gurley. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Like, we really can't stop Gurley right now.
You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game. It's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
That was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just boom, quick, and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
On the handoff, it's Gurley. Oh, now he pulls him over. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice game.
All right, he's 34. They got to pass the ball.
Carry, make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
That's why the guy with the headsets is down there. All right, they know what they're doing because they got stuffed on a running play on first down. And I think myself and probably the fans are saying throw the football in this situation. They knew what he was doing, called another run, and now they got 3rd and short.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On 1st down, it's Smith.
He caught the ball for real?
He's going to come down with it. He got 29 yards that time.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around it.
He's
into the end zone. Touchdown.
Clyde Gurley is too strong.
Todd Gurley hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Redskins are able to strike for 6. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Well, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive, and how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
Zerline out now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6.
Let's not turn the ball this time.
Down at the 28-yard line. And here now the offense heading back out there. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And a little spin cycle. 1-1 now. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Here's Kamara trying to run for it.
It would have been so cool if he got back up and started running.
Not before picking up the 1st. At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to FedEx Field following this short break. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend.
Run, Tate. I'm tired of going to the 1-yard line. Let me score.
6 yards.
That was a nice pickup, some chunk yardage there. Some of those big yards downfield with a little bit of rack thrown in there, a little run after catch, and it came on a crossing route. I can just hear one of my friends who won 4 Super Bowls.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. It's their quarterback. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
Instead of having to play follow the leader there, the leader led.
I like that. And he likes that, doesn't he? First and goal, let me do the job.
Because when he falls into the end zone after falling behind those big guys who pushed up front, that's a pretty good celebration, isn't it?
Gives him a little street cred in the locker room, too, doesn't it?
Street cred, and then when they go out to dinner afterwards, he's still picking up the check.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities.
Oh, my God.
Turn into a play action and throw one deep.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Here's Smith now on second down. This is White on the screen. And now running right through it. A good pickup there, 22.
Dang, last time we faced the Redskins, it was 28-7.
They let the rushers get upfield.
Why didn't
get the
you
escort
got
in
bet?
front,
Why?
meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front, completed the pass beautifully. So now you get all that open space, the big guys leading the way.
That's a whole pick.
And it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
On play action.
Cut.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. After the sack, they'll come up now, 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And instead, they want to throw it off play action.
No blocking.
They bring their punter out there now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone.
That was a good punt, boy. That's a good point. No! Why?
And he
Why
couldn't
did
get
you
it
roll
to
out?
check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So out now come the Redskins. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Eddie, wide, 80.
Now a give running left for Gurley.
Let's go.
Stopped immediately there. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. As they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. On 3rd down, they'll run it with Gurley. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team. As it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Now Brown. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially given 15. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. On play action. Now Rodgers.
He's open.
Skins get there. So we're at halftime here on a Monday night As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta, where it was the visitors from the north, the Vikings, who were able to get the road victory. Phillip Rivers.
An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This is taken at the 3.
Okay.
And he spins past him and into space. He's at the 40. Past the 20.
It's a penalty, so it's fine.
But there is a flag down, so hold the celebration. This one's coming back.
Holding, receiving team.
Let's go.
So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole.
I am tired of those blocks right there. I have them.
Speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
It looks way too easy right now. 2 carries, 2 straight first down runs. The eyes are carrying the legs to the proper hole, but they're being created by an offensive line that has the leverage game going for them right now. Lower than the defensive front.
Let's go. Good pick, boy.
It's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days. Now, that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive lineman and tight end.
Dante Moncrief, touchdown.
Now we're back in this game.
Dante Moncrief, his second touchdown on the season. And that interception key as it leads to the touchdown. Well, so it goes for a rookie quarterback.
What the?
He had the INT earlier in his first half, but he bounces back with a touchdown pass.
And you have to like the mental acumen, the toughness, the fortitude of him, because oftentimes for a rookie, you throw an interception early, you're taken right out of the game, or mentally, you check out a little bit. Give him a lot of credit for bouncing back.
This fielded at the 2. All of 360. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is ball too, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
They'll run it now out of the gun. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
And Brittany, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll grab
this run game.
out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
They'll try the air now with Smith.
Yes.
And they overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 5. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And they didn't get the first. Let's go.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go. It's Gurley. And he'll be brought down, but a tip of the cap on the spin move as that gives him a 1st down. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, pulled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Throwing on 1st down, but this one lines up to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Smith throwing again.
Oh my God, why he's open.
Now he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Smith now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now a 1st down throw. It's Smith. Over the middle, complete. That's Doyle. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling on the spot.
Oh, I was about to say, this man is dead open.
And it's about to be on the 6-yard line. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
False start, offense.
Now that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5.
Still 1st down.
That false start knocks them back behind the 10 now as they'll try again. 1st and goal.
Come on. Don't let them score, guys.
Following the penalty, it's Gurley.
He fumbled! Wow. He went on the back.
And I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, from the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not there for him.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well. After that incompletion, I almost get the sense that he's going to look up at the booth and kind of look at us and say, hey, you guys got any suggestions? It's been that kind of game, hasn't it? They've had him on the run throughout.
Yeah, stupid. That should have been a ball. That's been a ball.
But to throw when you're not set with pressure coming could have been an
about to run it.
Very much so.
They're not running it.
Kind of game for him.
That's big! Dang, they scored.
Washington. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. Critical extra point up and good. And that is going to put them on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. Zerline out now to kick this one away. Kamara now to return. Spins away. Room here to run.
And I'm gone.
Free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's going to take it all the way into the end zone. What a return, and they've taken the lead.
Wow, I know it's a never say never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane. Because
weren't y'all just celebrating?
Tackle, you mess
Y'all
up.
just celebrating. You know y'all with the blues? Come on, bro.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And here come the Redskins now. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that
Come on,
went
defense.
and went, no adjustments, and
Don't
no
let them
big
get
plays
open.
by the defense to knock the ball away.
Defensive line.
He's back to
Sack him.
The guy's getting complete over the middle. It's Doyle. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards. He'll look to throw. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the
Cannot
25-yard line.
let them be open now.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Over the middle, complete.
He fumbled!
Oh, no, he lost the football. It's going the other way. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. And they were hoping to get down there, get the score, and get this thing into overtime. How deflating.
Absolutely. I mean, let's face it, heartbreaking. They had an opportunity, had a chance, and probably were feeling pretty good about what was going on, and that was taken away from them by their own mistake.
Yeah, the opportunity squashed. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1.
Man, we got this stadium
Again, it's
silent.
Kamara. Shifts past him at the foot. And he's into the clear. 30, 10, 5. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But
Good job,
touchdown
defense.
there, you got to feel good about your chances.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. As we take a look at the playoff picture, and certainly a lot of jostling still to go in these final few weeks. For the moment, they would be a wild card team, far from locked up, but that's why this is exciting. These last few weeks, a lot to play for.
Yeah, exciting for us because we get to talk about it, and, you know, at the end of the day, 6 teams are going to go from each conference, and guess what? We're going to have a playoff. But nerve-wracking for all the people involved, all the teams, because their goal is to get there. And anything less than that makes the season a
Good
different
hit.
way. So they've got to be primed now for a big finish to their season.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Smith.
Good set.
No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. Cameron Hayward in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Third and long, it's Smith. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now.
I should name this video
And I think we'll probably see them go for it here on
a
4th
kickoff
down.
return
No reason not
and
to.
a fumble.
Down a couple
Changes
of scores,
the game.
They have to try and make something good happen.
That's basically what happened.
Desperation time for Smith on 4th down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that one.
They're down to none.
Yes, exactly right.
Flushed out right. And it's caught. Touchdown. Dante Moncrief. His 2nd touchdown of the game. His 3rd of the year.
Yo, what happened? This game was so close in the beginning of the 4th quarter.
I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop it.
I guarantee you, I know who's really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, getting the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
A good starting spot for the Redskins as they come up 1st and 10.
I got 580.
One last throw here for Smith.
Oh.
And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Like you wanted to
I'm a little
skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
All right, guys. Malik on Fleet 3.0 out. Like and subscribe.